Welcome back, listeners. This is the Hitballs Podcast, episode number 81, season 9 of the podcast. David, how do you feel about that?
I feel like we've achieved quite the milestone. I mean, 100 will be a milestone, but still.
I mean, I agree. I mean, we're still actually 2 seasons away from 100. It feels like we should have hit 100 already.
I know, that's true. But man, that 100 episode, we will definitely be side by side when that happens.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Maybe we'll do a live special. I'm not promising anything.
We really shouldn't.
Yeah. My name's Ayman, and this is the podcast where we talk about YouTube. All things YouTube. We've got some recommendations for you. We've got some news. We've got a pretty, frankly, disgusting channel that deserves to be taken down to go over as well.
Whoa. Are you talking about the Hitballs Podcast?
No, but you can follow us there on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Disgusting free. That's what we are.
So we've had a little bit of a break since the last episode, although it doesn't really feel like it because obviously we've all been shut indoors for the past 3 weeks. So it's kind of weird. It's all the days at the moment just mold into each other. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like it's... I can never tell how many days or weeks it's been. I always have to check the calendar.
Yeah. And literally, it's a long weekend this weekend because it's the Easter holiday. And I don't know. It's just strange. It doesn't feel like anything. Like, what day is it? Sunday? Is it Sunday? I think it's Sunday.
I actually do, especially when it gets to the weekend. I really have to double check what day it is.
Yeah. Literally, it's ridiculous. But yeah, what have you been doing with your time in this quarantine over the past few weeks?
I would say I'm trying to create a routine, but that would be a lie. I mean, I'm just doing my shopping, doing my running when I can. And Netflix, YouTube, and games here and there.
Yeah. You know, I said
you?
I said last episode that actually I had been watching less YouTube since quarantine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Actually, I mean,
I bet that's changed.
Yeah, it has actually. The past week, I've been watching tons. Not ridiculous numbers, but standard numbers like 24 hours. Or
if you're going to talk numbers, you have numbers. 24 hours.
I think so. Yeah. Last I checked, let me have a look.
My last 7 days is 8 hours.
Oh, 8? Only 8? That's the same as Ollie. Ollie's watched 8 hours last week.
Oh, wow. I'm the same as a normal human being.
I know. It's
I have
crazy.
been watching a lot of Netflix, though.
We have been on break, too, so I'll give you a bit of credit. But yeah, I've 23 hours, 56 minutes. So, yeah. And I'll tell you what, I've been to a few different weird little niches over the past week or so, but yeah, other than that, I've just been playing a lot of games. Actually, been playing Control, which is awesome, by the way. Yeah. Which you know is awesome. You played it, and other than that, I haven't.
And Animal Crossing, you joined that trend.
And Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is amazing, but you can't put that much time into it. But that's kind of what I love about it. It's basically you just pick up and play 30 minutes, put it down, pick it up again a couple hours later. It's such a nice little relaxing game. You're just going around catching ladybugs and chilling out. It's so good. It's really...
See, I actually didn't know what that game was about because I don't own a Nintendo. But when I watched Donkey's video, I was like, oh, it's actually about getting animals across the bridge.
No.
Or he was making a joke.
He was making a joke.
Damn it.
Yeah, he was.
So what is the purpose of this game?
There is no purpose really. It's just make a pretty little town and go about your business, catch some bugs, fish some fish, build a little tea garden. It's all very
You're just some person who's enjoying nature and living life.
Pretty much, yeah. And you can upgrade your house, then decorate it. You can get different clothing. It's there's not much to it, but somehow they have this perfect balance. It's like Donkey said in his video. There's some games where the gameplay is just shallow and it goes on for ages, and you're just like, what is the point of this? But with Animal Crossing, they just get the balance just right, where you want to do more. It's addictive, but you can't do too much at one time. But it's still gonna, you're still gonna spend a lot of time playing overall.
Yeah.
And it's just
Okay.
fun. It's
Okay.
just fun. It's very It's like an anti-video game. It's just extremely relaxing and chilled.
Yeah. And it's not like similar to The Sims, is it?
I'd say there's similarities. You know, you're looking to get money and upgrade the place, but
Ooh, somebody say money? Okay.
there is money in
Alright.
there. Yeah, there is money. But yeah, overall, it's just a fun little time sink, and it really is a time sink because it gets addictive. But yeah, it's awesome. It is awesome.
Man, a lot of things are doing well this time of year. I mean, obviously, amongst all the bad, sales in anything that keeps you indoors or at home are perfect right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like Animal Crossing couldn't have been released at a better moment in time.
Yeah, not to keep this on games, but that Last of Us Part 2 is getting delayed because, I mean, they're trying to be low-key about it, but it seems like they don't want to launch it because they want to have a physical release as well as a digital. And it's like, dude, now is the time to get those digital sales high because people are indoors and want that story.
Exactly. You know something? Animal Crossing actually beat Doom Eternal on the charts when it was released. Yeah.
And that's crazy because that's only on Nintendo versus Doom on other platforms.
Yeah, on everything. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's just because it's everybody will play Animal Crossing. It doesn't matter who you are. You know, if you're a grandma or a young or old or
just like those adverts
gamer.
they used to do, playing on the plane, all age groups, all whatever, playing the game.
Exactly. So yeah, I've been doing a bit of all that. Otherwise, I've just been staying indoors a lot. You know, following the rules. That's what I've been doing.
Nice.
Following the
Actually,
rules.
before even anything YouTube, have you watched anything on Netflix you want to put out there?
Actually, to be honest, no. I've watched barely anything on Netflix, and I know everybody keeps going about Tiger King. You got to watch Tiger King, and I would but
bothered.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, I don't know. I can't be bothered watching real shows. The only things I watch are on Amazon Prime. I watch South Park. I watch South Park a lot. Like if I'm not watching YouTube, I'll
That's
just watch
on
South
Amazon
Park.
as well.
Yeah, that's on Amazon Prime, whatever you call it, Prime Video. But yeah, I watch that a lot. I've basically rewatched the whole thing, and I'm just rewatching it again.
Yeah. Is there a current season? Is there a coronavirus episode? Do you know?
No, there isn't. It's been a little while since some came out, so I hope more come soon. Actually, there's supposed to be new Rick and Morty coming soon, I think. Maybe.
Oh yeah, May something for the last 5 episodes.
Yeah. Man, they have some serious breaks, but I guess it takes a lot.
Yeah,
to
for
write
like
that
a
show.
few episodes, but yeah, I mean, they do put a lot into each episode.
Exactly.
They're actually very rewatchable. I didn't think they were, but I rewatched some, and yeah, they are.
Yeah, it is, and that's because they put so much time into it, and they don't release it until it's perfect, because it just makes the script like much denser. So if you watch it, you still get more out of it.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I've been.
I was what's the movie? Oh, I actually gave Aladdin a try.
Oh, what? Will Smith?
Yeah, the Will Smith one, but that was actually not on Netflix. That was on Disney Plus, which I don't pay for. Just putting it out there.
Wait. So that's what, did you get the free month or something?
Oh no. This is who's staying with me has Disney Plus. I think it was like £100 for the year, or 30, 100. I think it was 100.
100 or 30 is a big difference.
Yeah, I felt like I remember the number 30, but I think it's $100.
Have you watched that Star Wars TV show on there? Do you like Star Wars?
No, I mean, I might as well, but I'm not too into Star Wars that much.
But that's the thing. It's just a good show. It's a good-ass show. You do not need to be into Star Wars. It's really, really a good show. Highly recommend.
Better than any of the movies.
It's better than any of the new movies, for sure.
I see. Okay, all right. Why not? It's there.
Yeah.
I might as well give it a try.
Yeah.
But about that Aladdin movie, I gotta say, it was better than I thought. I thought it was gonna be a terrible remake with like, why are you guys singing? We don't need this. Why you guys have American accents when this is clearly not in America? But Will Smith did a good job.
Oh, really?
That just reminded me of Joyner Lucas's song. dedicated to Will Smith.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, the music video did not have Will Smith playing the genie. So you're putting Men in Black in there, you're putting Wild Wild West, but what happened to the genie?
Oh,
Is that not...
fair point. Is that not one of his biggest roles? I mean, come on. He got a lot of,
yes,
he got a lot of press
when I think
off
Will
that.
Smith, I think of Aladdin. I don't know what you guys do.
He got a lot of press off it. Bad press, but a lot of press anyway.
Yeah, but it was actually, that's why I wanted to watch it, and I don't think he deserved the bad press. That was a good movie.
You know something? I've actually recently wanted to watch the new Sonic movie after all the uproar on social media and on
how
YouTube and everything, and they fixed it. You know, they've released those trailers on YouTube, and I kind of just want to watch it now. And apparently, it's not terrible. It's reasonably good. So
I was gonna say that is a perfect let's all watch online kind of movie.
yes, I've already had this thought. So we got to organize that for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And
I forgot Jim Carrey is Robotnik, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He is. And judging on the trailers, it's ridiculous, like over the top, but maybe funny. But yeah, that Joyner Lucas song. Just to go back to that. So basically, Joyner Lucas, who's a hip hop rapper artist, he released a song that was just him praising Will Smith and just how he's looked up to him his whole life, and basically that he loves him, and and it's just the whole song is about Will Smith.
Yeah, and it's funny, it's witty, but it's also a bit on. You can clearly see that Will Smith has had some influence and effect on his life.
Yeah, but I tell you what, like you
were telling me you were curious why Will Smith.
Yeah, I mean, it's not why. I was just watching the whole video, and by the way, it's a good song. And I was just confused. Like, I was just confused the whole time I watched it for the first time. I was like, wait, what is happening here? Is this really? He just genuinely really likes Will Smith. What's the joke? What's the? I have nothing against Will Smith. I'm not saying
what's the catch? What am I missing? There's some meme I'm missing. There's a meme, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not saying Will Smith isn't worthy of idolizing or looking up to. I mean, fair play. He's done well for himself.
Fair enough. He's done a lot.
It was just because the video is so over the top praising him. I was just confused. I just thought it was weird. That's all. But
yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's different.
He has put his whole album on YouTube. I was curious, maybe it's the song before, the song after. It's part of the whole ADHD title. Like, I just wanted to know, is there more, or is it just he loves Will Smith? That's it.
He put the whole album on YouTube for free.
I think that makes sense for like not low artists, but like people who know that their stuff is gonna get taken before they get sales. You might as well make your money from YouTube if you can.
Yeah, I do get that. Just reach as big an audience as possible, really. That's cool. That's good. That's good of him, because he does seem to be kind of into or understand the YouTube kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's and then obviously as well, getting the Will Smith into it kind of helps too.
That's true. Like, if everybody came or saw it. Like, I don't know how his sales are, but maybe if he's getting a lot of attraction on YouTube, why not? Especially after his music videos. Like that I'm Not Racist one, I think it's like 100 and something million now.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. Like, he seems to know how to make kind of a viral video. And this one, I don't know. I guess, okay, putting aside...
This one could go viral, I suppose, because I swear I saw it in trending.
So putting aside the fact that, I do believe that he genuinely, looks up to Will Smith and all that. But putting that to one side, parts of it did feel a little bit kind of forced to me, as if, he's not appealing to Will Smith. He's doing this thing with Will Smith, and then Will Smith posts about it on his own channel. Do you know what I mean? As in,
yeah, but that's just a YouTuber collab, though. Like,
Yeah.
If Gordon Ramsay did a video with Jamie Oliver, they would both have a video.
I know, but that just makes it feel a little bit more forced or manufactured.
Sure. Yeah.
But again, I mean, like I said, I do genuinely think that he's He didn't just
Yeah,
fake
and this
it.
is us saying it without watching the Will Smith video, which will be more of a vlog, so we can kind of get the vibe between Joyner and him. So
but
we'll see.
yeah, but I will say it's cool for an artist like that to be doing something so different, because obviously, rappers and hip hop, they're always saying about how they're so awesome, and I had no one.
But they are awesome, and they have all the money, and they have all the friends and fame. That's all I want to hear about.
yeah. But it's always, I did it all myself. I worked up from the bottom and everything. I had no one, nobody, no daddy, no one to look up to. But I don't know. It was kind of, obviously Joyner in the song was saying he worked for it to get where he was and all that, worked from nothing. But it was nice to hear someone, talk so much about their actual inspiration and who they really looked up to.
Oh yeah, and then the important part that I actually kind of appreciated, because everyone knows when a celebrity or big icon dies, that's when everybody starts saying the good things. And one of his lyrics, or if I remember, maybe it was just a subtitle somewhere, he said, "Let me praise the person whilst they're still alive."
Oh, nice. That's a good lyric. Yeah.
Which is, it's kind of also dark, because it's like, it almost sounded like, wait, something gonna happen to Will Smith soon?
Yeah.
But I actually appreciate that a lot, because people always do this afterwards. Like, oh, Kobe, this and that. Why didn't you say it before?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And maybe that's part of why I was so confused or found it so weird, because it was so out there and honest and just, yeah. So it was cool. It was a cool video. In the video, they kind of go through all the different big Will Smith parts. And Joyner sort of dresses up as Men in Black and dresses up as Fresh Prince and all that. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Yeah. Definitely gonna put that in the description. Definitely check it out.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, what else you been watching? What have you been checking out on YouTube?
Well, I mean, I don't want to keep on the music video thing, but KSI did one that is pretty good.
What?
Well,
he did a good song? What?
Yeah, it's called Poppin', and I think he had Lil Pump and some other guy in it. I just, it was a good song, good enough.
Wow.
Not, putting my ears out, taking my earphones in, 30 seconds in. It was good. It was good.
You know something? Lil Pump did a song recently with what are they called? The something brothers.
I heard that. Not the Dobre Brothers. Please tell me it's not the Dobre Brothers.
I think it was the Dobre Brothers. Yeah, it was the Dobre Brothers.
Oh my god. Oh wait, no.
Lil Pump did a song with the Dobre Brothers. And I mean, Lil Pump's not
How much did they pay him?
Literally, him? I mean, Lil Pump's not a, he's not a small artist, but he's also not a serious artist. So, like, I kind of get it from that point of view. But I was thinking about this, did they just pay him to come on, or was it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Was it more of a collab though? Because Lil Pump, I would say he's not been as popular or as out there.
I would
recently.
say he's still popular. He just hasn't put anything out.
Yeah,
like this guy's had that song with Kanye West. He's done the big views.
I know, but maybe
they were some time ago.
Is that maybe he's losing popularity? So he thought, or his label thought, hey, we need to get you in front of everyone's eyes again. Who better than the Dobre Brothers?
Yeah, but Dobre Brothers really.
I know, honestly. And
at least like
so
there's
awful.
some big names out there that are less cringe,
Yeah. I mean,
gosh.
Yeah, it is awful. Man. But yeah, sorry, you were talking more about that other music video.
No, because I mean, a lot of people have called out KSI that whatever album he's made I've never seen so many features. He's got people left, right, and center, like Rick Ross, Trippie Redd. He's paying out a lot to make this album and this idea of him going on tour possible by having the best in his music. So he's obviously paid out a lot, because it's not like he was friends with all these people initially. So it's just out of all of them, I don't even like them, but this Poppin' one, I think it's good. It was trending as well. A lot of my stuff is from trending, by the way, for this episode.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So credit where credit's due.
You've actually been liking trending then recently?
I check it. I definitely check it because I don't want to miss out on what's going on. I think now that more people are indoors, I think the trending thing paints a better picture to me.
You know something? I have not once clicked on trending. I'm just doing it now. Not once since the last episode, at least.
Oh wow! Do you not? So do you? If I mentioned that coach, that PE coach, would you know who he is?
No.
Wow! And he trends every day. He's a UK phenomenon.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Great.
It's Coach something. He will definitely be in your trending page, and he basically does 9 a.m. stream every single day during this isolation for families and more for kids to do fitness in their homes.
Oh wow, cool.
Dude, he's everywhere. He's on all the Good Morning shows, blah blah blah.
I'm just
and he's getting so many views per stream. I think definitely like minimum 1 million every day. And he said he's giving all the revenue. I forget who's donating it, but 100% of it.
Really. Wow.
Yeah, not even like 50, 100%.
Fair play. I'm just looking at trending now. Mr. Beast is top. He went to a doomsday bunker.
Yes, of course.
I actually did click that video, but it wasn't on. It was on my homepage, not on trending.
I see.
I only watched a bit and skimmed it. I love Mr. Beast and I support him, but I'm not.
Some of his videos I actually do like to watch from start to finish. Some of them just based on the title and I know his business approach, it gets the views, but I don't really want to watch the whole thing.
Yeah. But yeah, so over the past week, like I said, I've been down a couple of niches. One is beekeeping.
Have you mentioned this before?
I definitely have watched some beekeeping content in the past, but yeah, it's a couple of videos popped up on my homepage recently, and they were just too good not to click,
Oh my gosh. If you're going to start beekeeping, I'm going to start bird watching videos.
Yeah. And a lot of them are, half an hour long or so, and it's kind of led me into some other little areas. But so one of them was this guy just showing how he breaks down all of the honeycomb and like the hive stuff into clean beeswax, because it's usually really messy when it comes out of the hive and there's discoloration and all that, and you've got to get rid of a lot of bits and stuff to get nice clean wax to use for candles or for whatever. And it's such an in-depth, long process, but I don't know. It's just it's interesting to watch. I don't really know what it is.
What in a 30-minute video? What's the I don't know, like what takes the most of the duration, or like what's the pinnacle moment?
Pinnacle moment,
at least for you.
I would say it's not really a pinnacle moment. It's more just like a relaxing sort of 30 minutes. I mean, so I'll describe the process, right? So he gets the honeycombs out, or what do you call them? I guess the honeycombs out, and it's after all the honey has been taken out of them. So the way you do that is you put them in this spinner thing, then you spin them round really fast, and all the honey kind of pulls out on one side. Then you take all that, which is all the caps, they call it, and you melt it all down in this huge pot, and you got to stir it, you got to melt it for a few hours, and then all the bad stuff floats to the top. You can kind of get rid of that. Then you got to filter it, melt it again, filter it again, melt again, filter again, then you mold it, and then you're done.
Is it like a narration throughout, or are you just watching like this is the Discovery Channel?
It's narration throughout. He's just talking about the process and how he likes to do it and all that kind of stuff. I would put it in the similar category to
Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Well, kind of. Yeah. I was gonna say we covered the guy before who builds huts and stuff in the woods.
Oh, wow. Primitive technology.
Yeah, primitive technology. I put it in a similar category. Like, there is obviously speaking, he explains it, but it's just calm, in-depth, someone that really knows their craft. That's what I think. That's what I think I like, actually.
That's a good point. That is that's a hard thing to replicate. So you're not gonna have a bunch of like YouTube channels that do this, and when you find them, they're so genuine, and why wouldn't you like somebody who likes what they're doing?
Exactly. It's like they really know it, and they just love it, and they're really passionate about it, and they're not jumping up and down or anything. It's just the content is the content, and it's just super interesting. Yeah, super, and the work as well. I mean, it's hard work. So one of the things that that led me into was just watching this guy's process for cutting down logs into planks. And it's this big machine with a saw blade on it, with a big saw blade, and you kind of got to lift the massive tree trunks onto the bed of it and then cut it up and stuff. And I don't know, again, it was just interesting. And the whole time, he's in like in America, and it's really hot. You can tell it's really, really hot. He's like sweating. It's really dry out, and he's just working this machine, and there's sawdust going everywhere. And I was just thinking, my God, I could not do that job. And he's just chilling, kind of thing. It's obviously hard work for him, but he's obviously loving it.
Yeah. It reminds me of this other video you mentioned. I mean, like, this is ages ago.
Yeah.
About somebody, is it making pasta? It's not Pasta Grannies, but it's another guy making pasta, and it's like you would think it's like a very short process, but it was such a long like attention to detail process that you just have to almost dedicate your 9 to 5 with concentration and like just being in different postures just to get it all done. Again, this is like out of a factory. This was in rural areas of, I felt like it wasn't Italy. I felt like it was Japan.
Was it?
But yeah,
he by a lake, by a little like pond lake thing? He was out in. He was out and about, and he was using like planks, pieces of wood and stuff. And I think I know the one. I'm gonna link it in the description. It might not be the exact one, but it's a good video nonetheless.
Do you think there's a little bit of because we're indoors, the videos of outside are a bit more appealing?
I kind of do. That definitely does play into it as well, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
Yeah. So wait, what else has been on my list? I have some other stuff, but you tell me a bit about your viewing habits.
Well, if you want more trending, just ask away.
Oh god.
How to basic got on trending.
No way.
Yeah, his video. So how to basic, just like the channel, name kind of suggests. He'll do a video about how to do something. So how do you make a burger? But there's obviously a twist. It's not your everyday how-to videos. It will start off so well. Maybe he's making a pancake. He'll put the flour. He'll put everything. He'll start whisking away, and then some dark turn always happens halfway in the video, if not a bit earlier. And there's aggression, there's eggs everywhere flying, there's mess, there's destruction, but it's still a great video. So his one trended for how to wash your hands.
Okay.
And that's perfect because that's the time we're in. So it starts off with him, trying to get some, I think he was dealing with soil, or he just got his hands dirty in his house, and then he goes to the sink and tries to wash it off, and every time he's about done, the dirt appears somewhere else on his body. So he washes that part, and then he cleans that, then the dirt appears somewhere else, and then you can tell what happens. And without spoiling it for anyone else who doesn't know how to basic, definitely check how it all ends in the description.
As if he got on trending. That's so good. Do you remember how many views it was?
Ooh, not too sure.
Because that is definitely not monetized content, or it's almost never monetized.
Which is weird. Is it because of him or because of the videos? Because this one is completely fine. This is not a graphic video in any way.
Is there any raw meat in it?
No, I don't think there's meat in this one. Is raw meat a thing?
Well, he often plays around with raw chickens, raw whole chickens, and I imagine.
Oh, okay, yeah, and that's bad.
I imagine it probably would get you demonetized. I mean, his channel in general is probably just black marked anyway.
I know, it's so sad. Even with his, I think he's got like 14 mil. I'm just plucking it out there, but I feel like it is.
Did we do a whole episode on how to basic?
I think we did, yeah. And that was a while ago. He's definitely grown since then.
Damn, I'm happy. That's awesome that he got on there.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if it matters because unless other people check trending to add to the views of the trending videos, then, I mean, they probably done that well before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, okay, so actually, the topic of raw meat brings me to another channel which I wanted to talk about.
Oh no! Is it time for that channel?
Yeah, it is. It is. This is not a recommendation. This is the one I mentioned.
Is there going to be a link in the description?
I'll put a link, okay, but it's...
Oh, I cannot believe you're putting a link.
Parental discretion is advised. It's pretty nasty. It's honestly, it's... Okay, so the channel is called Ssoyoung. So it's, I think, Korean, based on...
I think it's Korean.
Based on the language written in the text, the symbols. So it's Ssoyoung, Ssoyoung, and it's this sweet little Korean girl who does mukbangs, and she eats mostly seafood and shellfish.
So far, such a great idea. A great channel.
Okay, yeah, nothing special, nothing different. The thing is, she has a addiction with eating living things. So, for example, she will eat an octopus and it's crawling all over her mouth while she's eating it. And I know that, in some parts of the world that's a delicacy and that's part of the thing, but it's the joy that she takes in torturing these living animals that is really freaky. She's laughing and giggling while she's chopping the heads off of squids and then watching their bodies still alive, just with their top of their heads chopped off, just writhing about, and she's giggling and laughing. There was one where she got a living shark, so a relatively small one, probably still, 4 feet or something, and takes it out of the tank it's in, the water, and just puts it on the floor. And it's obviously flapping about like crazy because it can't breathe, and it's literally dying in front of her, and she's just giggling and laughing and screaming about, and it's honestly disgusting. It's absolutely horrible and should not be on YouTube. And she's got like 3.5 mil. Yeah, 3.5 mil subs. It's just the joy that she takes in it. So it's been covered by 2 channels I know of now. It's been covered by Critical, who I saw it on first, but then H3 also covered it, just both saying this is just deplorable.
Oh wow. I just don't get it. And I mean, I should have looked a bit further to see how long this channel's been around for. But it's the fact that it hasn't been flagged in any shape or form to a point of urgent review. Because, like you said, I'm sure the consumption of it is a delicacy, or it's like the norm in other parts of the world. But I mean, it's the killing of them. And how it's been done. There's obviously better ways of doing it, which is not being done.
And now even...
Never putting it out of its misery, extending the misery just for the views.
Exactly, yeah. And she just seems to enjoy it to a level that is freaky. And again, okay, maybe, sure, there's some things that are delicacies in some parts of the world, but, it still doesn't mean that it's safe for YouTube. You still... at the end of the day, something is still dying, and you should still show it respect.
Or just don't even. Why is it on YouTube? Is there a reason to make money off it?
Yeah, God, it's just. I mean, she's getting views. She is getting views. Her channel's been around for a year now, so coming to 3.5 mil in a year is pretty good. I mean,
that's pretty good.
These views are crazy. The last few videos, 24 mil views, 20 mil, 18. She's getting...
That's Mr. Beast level and beyond.
Exactly. And now, obviously, the recent few have got more because she's been... had all this controversy. but yeah, in general, she's getting a lot of views, and it's just it's horrible the way that she treats these animals. You know, she literally gets fish out and then just takes them out of the water and then pretends all squeamish and everything, and it's just God. It's horrible. It's horrible. Really terrible. It needs to be taken down. Cancel the whole channel. Yeah.
Man. Well, I mean, I don't even know how to change this subject.
Yeah.
What have you been eating this past week?
Let's see. Oh wait, there was something else I've been watching. Oh yeah. So I pumped up the numbers a little bit the last few days because I went on a banjo music binge. I was just looking up loads of banjo videos. People playing the banjo music. Yeah, people playing the banjo. You know, it's I told you there was some.
I don't know. I don't have words for this one.
Yeah, I don't know what it. The other day, someone I was on like a call with some people, some friends, and someone.
And you got bored of listening to them, and you just put banjo music.
One of them played some banjo down the mic, and then I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good." And I thought, you know what? Let's look up some more. So I did, and I've been listening to some banjo music. Have you ever heard of Steve Martin, the actor?
Oh, from what? It's not Mrs. Doubtfire. Dirty Cheaper by the Dozen?
Yes, I think so. But he's in lots of like quite big comedy movies.
Yeah, with the white hair and the smile.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
He's a really good banjo player, it turns out.
What? No way.
Yeah. He's actually really good. I'll put a link in the description to him playing with Kermit the Frog at one point. They played.
Tell me he has a YouTube channel. Don't stop there. Tell me he has one.
I've not seen one, and I have been, like I said, I've been looking up YouTube videos, and I've been watching lots of ones with him in, and I've not seen a channel by him pop up. So he might not actually have one.
Huh.
There you go. We need to get in touch, set it up for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's really good. There's a lot of good banjo music. It's quite fun to listen to.
Yeah, I swear somebody, I don't know if it was Max, but somebody was telling me of some really good like banjo metal remixes out there and how they're into it.
No way, that's hilarious.
I bet there's like different variations of the banjo genre, if that's what you call it, that I guess I could find myself into. But I'll hit up whatever you put in the description. Yeah. I am curious.
The one that they play is called Dueling Banjos, which is actually from a movie called Deliverance. There's a really good scene in that movie Deliverance, where two people playing banjo.
Ooh, Battle of the Banjos.
Yeah,
I would see that.
Actually, I'll put the Deliverance link as well in case nobody's seen it or anybody hasn't seen it. But that's a bit of a dark movie. Let's not go into it.
Oh yeah, you said what, the whole movie's on YouTube?
No. Just the clip of the scene.
Oh, just the clip
and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought it was one of those movies that have the rights have been made public.
No.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of that Tom Scott video where he talks about copyright infringement.
Oh, is that a good one? I've not watched that one, but I have been watching. I have been watching a lot of Tom Scott actually.
I did see that you had it on the background when we played Jackbox the other day.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't believe I haven't heard of this guy. He's obviously very smart. He's I haven't looked into him unless you know more about him to like start talking about him here. But he's definitely a smart guy who he reminds me of like Colin. Is it Colin Firth?
Colin Firth.
Yeah, who he just has a way of researching something, understanding it, and then like almost giving us a documentary on it.
Yeah, I would put him more similar to Vsauce.
Oh, Vsauce, yeah.
You know, he and I like that his videos are all very short. They're only, 6 minutes usually. He never bothers.
Well, this
to
copyright one was was like 49 minutes.
Oh,
but
was
I watched
it?
the whole thing.
Did you?
The whole thing. It was really good.
So
really
give
good.
me
And it
some
was
highlights.
clever. So I mean, I think the title was
YouTube's copyright
YouTube-
system isn't broken, the world's is, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was talking about how you can't really blame YouTube for a lot of the stuff that gets picked up when there's a copyright strike or claim, because there's so many intermediate or middleman companies that have rights to different bits. So from stock photos to certain movie clips to actual music, and yeah, that there's a lot that we should be doing to avoid it. Not that he's picking YouTube's side, but that, YouTube isn't to blame. And then he just basically, after starting off with that, goes into like the law, copyright law, and how it needs to be changed. And he points out all the flaws and how it doesn't relate to our current generation. And it's just really, really insightful.
That's interesting. I like it.
Yeah.
The one
and on a
go on.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, like, on a completely different note, I saw another Tom Scott video where he put some code in a video that he uploaded, and the title changes with how many views it's got in the last hour.
That's
so,
exactly what
however long it refreshes. Have you seen that one?
That's what I was going to mention, because I've watched Tom Scott here and there and watched him a fair bit in the past, but this video popped up in my homepage, and that's what has got me watching a few more of his vids recently. But yeah, it's really clever. So when I watched it, it was almost bang on accurate, but he just wrote some code that uses the YouTube API to grab how many views the video currently has and update the title of the video to that number of views. And when I saw
I'm surprised no one's done that before, because it wasn't like too lengthy of a
no. It's relatively simple stuff. Relatively simple stuff. But and the video had a good 2 million views or something, so it's done well. It's done very well. But yeah, he seems to know a lot, but he's very good at explaining complicated things, and he always films his videos outside. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
I really like that, actually. It's a bit different. It's a bit of it's just a bit different. I kind of like it.
It actually reminds me of the copyright infringement one. There's a thing that he did that was just so good, because he first off talks about how he mentioned like H3's video where, they were critiquing another guy's video and they sued him and then they won the lawsuit.
Yeah.
I can't remember any of the names, but the whole idea of anything on YouTube is, if you are going to take somebody else's YouTube content, it only becomes like okay when you are critiquing it to a point of you show a bit of the clip and you are talking about the clip enough that it's not, that you're not basically not replicating it. What he after explaining that at the beginning, every time he talked about any YouTuber, he would critique them so that they, as a joke, of course, but to keep it on the right side, that hey, I know I brought them up and I've showed this thing, so I will critique them at the same time, so you know that I'm also obeying the rules. And then he'll just add a funny critique for no reason, but it was just clever. It's clever.
I've got to watch that one. That sounds really interesting. But all his videos are really interesting, and they're very niche. There's one about there's one I watched recently about numbers, about how different parts of the world count and use numbers. And he was saying that because he seems to know, he knows a lot about maths and he knows a lot about linguistics as well.
Okay.
And he was saying his mind was just blown when he found out how different places count. And how some can be completely different. There's some, when we count on our fingers, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one by one on the fingers.
Yeah.
There's some places where they'll then touch different parts of their body to indicate how many. So if you hold, like, say, 2 fingers against your forearm, that's, I don't know, but let's say that's 12. Then if you hold it on your bicep, that's 22, or on your shoulder, that's whatever. And in some places it goes all the way around the body, all the way up your right arm, then all the way down your left arm.
Way.
Yeah, Super interesting. But yeah, I got to say, I really recommend his videos in general. Definitely check the description. I'll put a couple in there. They're usually only 6 minutes long, usually less than 10. Obviously, a copyright one's an exception, but really just worth a watch. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's definitely somebody I could get behind. And when he posts one, I'm definitely like, yeah, let me check this out.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have anything else to bring up today?
Boy, you know what? I've got three.
Okay.
Two of them are channels. Oh, I got four. No, I'll make it three.
Okay, make it three.
Actually, I'll give you a speed run of them. All right, so I've been watching a lot of Jubilee stuff. And Jubilee is the channel that PewDiePie has been covering recently, where I think it's a great concept for like three guys who came up with an idea. You just put people in a room and do social experiments on them.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, like, I can't watch those PewDiePie videos. I find them really boring.
Oh, you don't like those? Are the only ones I'm liking at the moment.
Really? No, I'm not into it.
I think him just laughing at them makes me laugh because they're so stupid. But yeah, I get what you mean. But yeah, I'll just basically put video for anyone out there.
Give us some
examples.
examples.
Put people in a room. You put people in a room, and then like three guys will kind of filter through like, I don't know, 15 women, and then like pick a successful date, or a girl will blind date guys based off their childhood photos. So they won't get to see them, but they'll look at all their like photos as a kid and then talk about it. It's like very simple, but it's just the way it's done, I guess, is why it's grown so much. So that's just one. And then there's one video that is not quite clear, but Deji, KSI's brother, put a video out about why he thinks he has corona. It's just,
no.
My mouth was open the whole time because I think he might believe it, but I also know how clickbait works, and the whole comment section is so divided. But that's the funny part, because it's such a stupid video, so why are we even talking about it? But I couldn't. Brilliant. I've never clicked the Deji video before. That one was just, it was mysterious. I like it. It was like a thriller.
You must be getting views from this.
So yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna put that in the description, and you can figure out it for yourself.
Yeah.
And the last one was more about a mini controversy that's actually over. But James Charles, and who I think we've actually done an episode about, maybe, who's just a beauty vlogger extraordinaire out there, and Corinna, who is part of the vlog squad, like David Dobrik's crew.
What's
both of them out. Corinna Kopp.
Oh, Corinna. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said Corona.
So, right, of course. So both of them, I guess, were amongst so many other people who have been told not to do something online, but they were one of the bigger ones. That's why this news kind of got out there. So basically, there was a trend on TikTok where people were taking mug shots of themselves. So they like have a very makeup-y done face with like bruises and like blood here and there, and then they'll hold a little sign saying like a spin-off or like a bit of a story as to what happened to them. I don't know why, but this was a thing, and they were doing that. And then it can remain on TikTok because people get the joke or get that it's a trend rather than reality. But then these two in particular, James and Corinna, put those same videos on Instagram and on YouTube.
Ooh, you don't put that on Instagram.
Or one of the two. And then people who didn't know about the TikTok thing then started, bringing them out, flagging it, making it known on Twitter and all forms that this was disrespectful, and it points out and leads to domestic violence. And it was just like, roll my eyes to this kind of stuff. But it's so sad how they had to they didn't have to, but they took the post off. James Charles went on a long Twitter thing trying to defend, like, no, it's just TikTok, relax. Corinna just took hers off and didn't address it. And it seemed like Corinna was better off just to not defend yourself, because then it doesn't add more fuel to the fire. But it just also comes down to this world that we do live in nowadays where anything is offensive. And it was just hilarious how something like that like can go that far.
God, wow. Yeah, I mean, it's getting ridiculous now. But the thing is, you don't put anything like... I know it's obviously a meme, but, you know, it's,
Exactly.
and you don't put even anything even remotely edgy on Instagram.
But then no one will be edgy. We'll all just be
exactly
bang energy models. Eventually.
That's what they want on Instagram. That's all they want, okay?
Oh, man, bang energy.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. Thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Season 9. And please do subscribe on SoundCloud, iTunes, anywhere you get your podcasts, or YouTube. We're going to be back next week for another quarantine ep. Isn't that right, David?
Ooh, I love quarantine apps. I don't get to see this guy, but I get to talk about YouTube. It's the happiest day of my life.
And you got plenty of time to up those 8 hours, David. So no excuses next time.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening. See you next week.
See ya.